This is new.
Okay, so U.S. currency goes all the way back to colonial times, and in the old days, the designs were very artistic and interesting. There were different vignettes. Some of them would showcase colonial life. There were colorful notes.
Do you have any particular favorite images?
Well, there's the educational note, which has a bare-breasted woman and children, and it's very sort of a country image. But a lot of these notes were hand-signed, and they were engraved with very old-fashioned printing presses. So there's a lot of character to old currency, and beauty and history too. Some of them have, Lincoln or Lincoln's Secretary of the Treasury, Salmon Chase. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of historic figures on old currency and historic signatures, and some people collect them by whose signatures are on the notes. So anyway, it's a very interesting and artistic field,
And how does it compare to how modern currency?
Modern currency is very boring in my opinion. It's fairly vanilla.
Yeah.
They've tried to spice it up in recent years. It's a little more interesting than it was, but
right.
Nobody would be particularly interested in the designs of modern U.S. currency. Now world currency also is very interesting. It can be very colorful, different sizes, different vignettes, and there are just literally hundreds of thousands of designs of currency notes. If you take, if you go across the world and back in time a few hundred years.
Right. Is there any particularly sought after world currency?
Well, world currency is a more specialized field, and I actually don't know it as well, but I mean, older notes are paper is very easy to damage compared to coins. So just the fact that some of these old notes exist and some of them are still in very high grade condition, some of them have been beautifully preserved all these years. I think that's one of the draws of collecting currency, is just the history and the fact that it's still survived all these years, in some kind of beautiful form.